You're lying in bed. The room is dark. The house makes a sound you've never noticed before. Your heart rate doubles in under a second. You didn't decide to be afraid. Your body just went. Most people call that anxiety, but the real answer is far older than that word. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what it was built to do. It is scanning for a predator that no longer exists. For the vast majority of human history, a human being walking alone through open ground was not at the top of the food chain. Leopards took them from trees. Hyenas circled their camps at night. Predation was not a distant possibility. It was a daily reality. And so your brain built a solution. Deep inside your skull sits a small cluster of neurons called the amygdala. Its only job is to detect threat and trigger a response before your conscious mind can intervene. Before you have formed a single thought, it has already flooded your bloodstream with adrenaline, tensed your muscles, and redirected blood toward your arms and legs. Neuroscientist Joseph LeDoux at New York University called this the low road, a shortcut from sensory input straight to the amygdala, bypassing the thinking brain entirely. It exists because in a world with leopards, the cost of a false alarm is embarrassment. The cost of missing a real threat is death. Evolution chose embarrassment every time, so your brain assumes danger first, always. Without asking, anthropologist Daniel Lieberman at Harvard has studied what happens when ancient hardware runs inside a modern world. The threats changed, the hardware did not. Your amygdala cannot distinguish between a predator and a passive-aggressive message at 11 p.m. It cannot tell the difference between a rival on the savannah and a rival in a conference room. It sounds the same alarm for both. Your threat detection system does not know what year it is. This is why you flinch at sudden sounds even when you know you are safe. It is why you sometimes wake at 3 a.m. with a pounding heart, and no reason you can name. Your amygdala does not care that you are in a locked apartment in a city of millions. It cares that it is dark and that something changed a moment ago. It is doing its job, perfectly, for the wrong world. But here is the counterintuitive part. The same system causing your anxiety also made your species extraordinary. Living under constant predation pressure for hundreds of thousands of years forced something remarkable. It made you desperately social, because sociality was the only counter-strategy that worked. Alone, you are not an impressive animal. Slower than your predators, no claws, no armor. But together, humans could warn, plan, and defend in ways nothing else on Earth could match. Belonging became survival. Being cast out of the group, for most of human history, was a death sentence. And so your brain evolved to treat rejection with the same urgency it gave to predators. Psychologist Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA showed this directly. Social exclusion activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Being left out hurts because, for most of human history, being left out could kill you. Your brain still does not know the difference. And so you carry all of this into modern life. Into the meeting where you replay a comment you made 3 times on the drive home. Into the 3 a.m. spiral where every fear feels suddenly and horribly true. None of that is irrational. It is just mistargeted. Survival software aimed at a world that no longer exists. The threat response is not optional. You cannot switch it off by deciding to feel differently. The amygdala predates language. It predates reason. It was there long before any part of you that could form the thought, I am overreacting, but something shifts when you understand what is actually happening. When the alarm sounds and you know, genuinely know, that it is the alarm and not the fire, you gain distance, not immunity, distance. That gap is the difference between being pulled under by the current and knowing you are in a river. Your ancestors could not afford that pause. The pause could kill them. You can pause. Tonight, when the room goes dark and the house makes a sound, and your heart climbs before you have thought a single word, that is not your weakness. That is every ancestor you have ever had, leaning forward into the dark, listening for what is coming. The predators are gone. but the listening never stopped.